Well, we've done nothing but talk about food all week ahead of Sunday's big game.
And you know, you don't just have to have celery. We have a chance to talk to Dana White about some healthy ideas, and you won't feel like you're missing out on the fun. Take a look.
Take a look. Hey everybody, don't let snacking on game day get your healthy eating off track.
There are actually some great substitutes that you can enjoy while still keeping your diet in mind. Registered dietitian Dana White is here with some simple game day food swaps. Thanks for being here, Dana. We don't just have to do celery, right?
Right. I do recommend a little celery somewhere, but there's a lot more options that you can do. I got 3 ideas for you.
Okay.
All right. I like my celery with my wings and some blue cheese.
Okay, so speaking of wings, right, not necessarily the healthiest option, but you get your air fryer out, and I have a nice swap. So take some boneless, skinless chicken thighs, cut them up, pop them in your air fryer, get them nice and crispy, and then toss them in buffalo sauce for these boneless little bites, and you won't be missing the fried for 1 second. They're amazing.
Wow, okay. And you just put the sauce on after. That's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of how you make wings. Typically, you fry them, you deep fry them, and then toss them in sauce. So this is kind of the same idea, except we're using the trusty air fryer, which gets them really nice and crispy. And then they're actually less messy this way, too. So I love them for that reason, too.
That sounds awesome. Better pigs in a blanket? I don't know how you can make that any better.
Well, so you know what? In terms of the crescent rolls, okay, and stay with me here, but there's a lot of fat and calories in those, and I think sometimes our ratio is kind of off. We're eating all the crescent rolls and none of the protein, right? So I'm using some nitrate-free hot dogs, and you know I always have some pizza dough around, so I'm wrapping them in whole wheat pizza dough, baking them, and you're going to save a bunch of calories just by doing that.
Wow, that's a good idea. Look at
Regular pizza dough. It reminds me of when I make the mummy dogs for
Halloween.
And the kids love them. The kids love them. Serve them with all the favorite dipping sauces, and you're on your way.
That's fantastic.
And you want us to be hydrated.
Right. And here's the thing, right? I'm sure you've all heard before that idea. I mean, Super Bowl tends to be this long, day of drinking and eating and things like that. And there's a great recommendation to swap your alcoholic beverages with water. But that's kind of boring, right? So I'm suggesting making sure having a bunch of fun, sparkling waters out there. There's so many different ones to choose from nowadays. And this way, you don't feel like you're kind of going from the fun stuff to the boring stuff. You can swap off between maybe a cocktail and a beer with having a fun flavored seltzer, and then you're still kind of staying hydrated, which we all need to do anyway.
Yeah, that's what from every drink you have, you're supposed to have a glass of water, 16 ounces of water.
Dana, does it?
Right, so do it in like a fancy can instead.
Yeah, and you mentioned about celery. I just want to know, is this a myth or is it true that celery is a good thing to eat because it actually takes more calories to digest it than it has?
So I've heard that myth as well. And listen, I'm not exactly sure. Everybody's metabolism is a little bit different, but it is a very low calorie food. It definitely is a nice way. It's actually high water content, so helps make you feel full. And I really think that's one of the things you should absolutely have on your Super Bowl spread are those cut up fruits or vegetables, because you believe it or not, people will eat them, especially if they're kind of nice and presented with everything else. I guarantee you they will go fast.
And an air fryer is easy to operate. I don't have one of those yet.
I don't either, but everyone says I need one.
Yeah.
So easy, right? So I actually also made air fryer mozzarella sticks over here. Just using some good old string cheese, right? And literally you put a little breading on them, you pop them in there. It's a really fun countertop appliance. You use a lot less fat. You'd be shocked, Scott. You have to get one.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
All right. I guess we both need to get an air fryer.
Absolutely.
Should we guide each other air fryers for Valentine's Day?
Absolutely. That'd be great. All right. Thank you so much.
I love that.
Thank you, Dana. We appreciate your time. Happy Super Bowl.
Bye, guys. Have a nice game day.
Thank you. All right, Dana has so many cookbooks filled with great recipes that you can try at home. She has dedicated two dedicated to air fryer recipes. So check it out. And they're on her website, danawhitenutrition.com/shop. So we need air fryers and her book.